Hey guys, I'm Antonio Davis Jr. You want to beat the heat for cheap? Learn how to install your own AC unit. So if you purchase your own unit from the store, you can install it yourself. It's not hard. It's a 12-step, three major point step process with the indoor and the outdoor setting up the unit. The first step is installing the indoor unit. This can be complicated sometimes though because it's hard to find a sturdy place in your area. Sometimes your house might be limited to sturdy areas in the room. You need to have it in a sturdy like I want to say almost have a 2x4 behind the air condition behind the wall. That sturdy. Because it needs to sit up there and it's gonna sit, it's gonna sit and wear and tear on your wall. You don't want it hanging. You don't want it pulling on your wall. So yeah, you need that to be at least sturdy. About 7 feet, 7 feet from the ground as well, off high in the air. You need your air conditioner about 7 feet. So if your home is kind of, you know, 10 feet, 11 feet, 12 feet, not that tall. Um, 6 feet, half of the surface, half of the ground is fine. But 6 inches always should be open around the surrounding area of the cool air so it could circulate the area. That is definitely important, or unless the air conditioning won't work properly. Um, you have to avoid direct sunlight. Usually makes the system works 10 times harder. Overheating, it's trying to cool off the system and it's trying to cool off the room, so it's working a little harder than is usual. Avoid any electrical systems such as television, DVD players, fans, light switches, chargers, etc. Can't have the air conditioning installed next to so many electronic devices or anything such as. The second installation is outdoor. Now, if your ground is not leveled, you will need to go get like a concrete slab. They sell those at certain stores, Home Depot, all your construction stores. It's something to level out the ground, or if you can level out the ground yourself, but still your unit has to sit on concrete. It can't sit on the dirt. It can't sit on grass, unleveled terrain. It has to be leveled concrete. It that makes the unit works properly. Level concrete, and it needs to be 12 inches away from the wall, away from the house. 12 inches off of the wall. It needs to be 12 inches surrounding around the AC unit for the AC unit to receive any air and start working properly. Um, you want to make sure that any cords on the inside as well, as far as um, television cords, outlets, um, like I said, chargers, anything such as electrical. You do not want those cords running into the wall and running into those electrical cords as well, because for one, those those actual lines, the air conditioning lines can get hot. They can get cold. You don't want them heating up your electrical wiring, starting a fire, such as stuff like that. So make sure when you do and you drill in that hole in the wall that you are drilling away from gas areas, electric stoves, all the above, all the above. Um, Last is you want to connect all of your electrical wires after you installed it and you placed the unit and you got your ground level and everything's leveled, the unit's placed up. You want to connect all your wires now, for the unit to actually work. um, Make sure there's no wires hanging near the unit or from the unit. that may damage the unit. You want to clamp down those wires to the outside wall and insulate those wires as well. The third step will be completing the air conditioning step, as far as just making sure everything is safely hooked up properly. You bled all the air and the humidity out of the system first. You have to use a vacuum for this. Not necessarily a vacuum you use on your living room floor, but a vacuum strictly for AC. It's a vacuum pump. It removes refrigerant, any minerals that don't belong, that may harm the system. But once your vacuum and all your air is, well, once you vacuum and all your air is from that system, you can begin to go ahead and start sealing your outside holes, clamping your outside cords to the brick, painting. You want to paint your insulation as well when you insulate the lines, because once you paint it, some of the paint, it blocks the sunlight off of it some way, somehow. Science, the UV light, it gives it protection from the insulation, so the insulation doesn't heat up over time from the sunlight. Clamp all your lines together. No dangling lines. You don't want any dangling lines. And make sure that your installation and everything is lined up, and then you're all set and completed the installation for the split system air conditioner. Thank you.